Joao Felix is the league's top goal scorer so far this season, but despite his apparent free ability to do whatever the hell he wants this year, he's not that far ahead of anyone else. Vinicius Junior there on 6, Gomez on 6, we have Levante today, Messi on 5, we've Barcelona coming up in tomorrow's episode. As you can see there, we've got Sevilla and Barcelona, so it's a difficult month, November, but today, for October, we're going to play Getafe, we're going to play Porto, and we're going to play Valencia, and then we'll sim Levante and Eibar, and hopefully continue what has been a remarkable start to the La Liga season. One that hopefully isn't going to show any signs of slowing down anytime soon either. We have some easier fixtures today. Obviously, Valencia is going to be a tough test, but some easier fixtures in a handful of these games, especially in La Liga. So fingers crossed, we can keep ourselves not just top of the league, but clear by a little way as well. 4 points, the gap to ourselves and Real Madrid behind. It could have been more if we'd have been able to beat them yesterday. It could have been less if they'd have been able to beat me. But we took a share of the spoils in a game that really didn't have many chances whatsoever. But fingers crossed today we can create more chances, we can score more goals, and we can get more wins. Drop the video a like if you're enjoying this Atletico series. I think tomorrow's episode is probably going to be recorded on the PlayStation 5, so I'm looking forward to that. But for now, this is still PlayStation 4, but hopefully the results are really, really good today. Chichizola in goal for Getafe. They're going 4-4-2 as well. Rica, Cisse, Araujo and Mercado. In their midfield, it's Oyedo, Saranova, Arambai, Timor, and someone who I didn't quite get the chance to read quickly enough. Unal up top alongside Di Matta, who's very, very fast and very capable as well. We'll wait and see what we can do here against Getafe. They are the third team in the city of Madrid. So it is a local derby, but not as competitive a derby as obviously Atletico versus Real. It should be pretty straightforward. But ordinarily I'd say with me, it isn't that straightforward. But so far, this Atleti team and I have really clicked. Especially with the new signings like Ferran Torres. And Rodri in midfield has certainly helped me be defensively solid. No, literally, as Derek Ray is saying, we don't want any slip-ups here. So I'm going to try and put my defensive head on. Ensure that we keep our good defensive record going. Still, I think, the best in the league. And keep our good offensive record going as well. Jose Maria Jimenez recovery there was very, very impressive. Because I'd not defended that very well at all. Trying to squeeze it through a gap that just wasn't there. Aaron Barry tackled by Rodri. That's what we bought him for. That's what we put him in the side to do. Break up moves like that. Not to break forward like that though. But to be fair, it was a terrible pass trying to find him. Marcos Llorente getting in the way, but not stopping the Getafe move. Aaron Barry had a couple of options. Couldn't find either of them initially. Di Matta is looking to get a turn in and a shot away, but we get a foot in again. Oh, but it's a poor pass trying to find the way out. I'm walking on eggshells here, pushing my luck at the back, trying to ensure that we don't concede a goal. Getafe have been pretty decent going forward, but how are they defensively? That's the question we haven't had the ability to ask them yet. But Ferran Torres is asking all sorts of questions, and he's in here, and the defender was far too... Oh, Angel Correa is free! The defender in the middle was far too concerned with tracking the run of Kasper Dolberg than he was with the man sprinting through on goal. They got fortunate in the ability to block the first shot, but then the defender on this side, the number 3, tucked inside to cover Dolberg, which left Angel Correa free on the far side to be the man over to bury the shot. Pulling their defence this way and that, and it's working wonders for us. In the 25th minute, we have ourselves a 1-0 lead. Drifting wide, and Rodri steps in. He's so good at breaking up the play, Rodri. Pretty much the perfect player for that role. It was Thomas Partey that kind of took over that role at Atleti when Rodri left. And now Thomas Partey's gone to Arsenal. We've brought Rodri back to pick up that role again. Good save by Chichizola. We can't get ourselves a second, but we'll try from the corner. It's decent delivery. Joao Felix is up, and it is to be a second in the 32nd minute. It's 2-0, and Joao Felix cannot be stopped this season. 9 goals in La Liga now. Oh, it's poor. It's poor from Getafe. I try wrong foot the defender. It's not worked. Oh, very nearly stole it off them again. Rico not having a good game at left back, is he really? I have noticed, actually, in this save, that we do fare better against sides that mirror our formation. Obviously the 4-4-2, as I've said previously, is a formation I'm not that familiar with in career mode, and I do feel quite open with it. What Renan Lodi's doing at striker, I'm not sure. But I have found it more difficult against sides, lesser sides, that play a different formation. But when anyone plays 4-4-2 against me, and they match our formation, that's when the true quality of our team shows through at its most brightest. When it's literally just like a straight matchup between individual positions, and in every position we have someone that is better, if not significantly better, than the team that we're playing against. If he's onside there, he's away and through, but he's not onside there, so he's not away and through. It's been relatively comfortable here against Getafe. They're yet to really test the goalkeeper too much. We would expect to be pretty dominant in these early stages of the La Liga season. It's only really Barcelona, Real Madrid, Valencia, Villarreal and Bilbao that you'd say would properly test us. Kasper Dolberg trying to find the space for a shot, which he does do, but can't keep it on target, unfortunately. So it is going to be a season where we win the majority of our league games. But it's also a game or a season where a handful of our opponents are also going to win the majority of their league games too. Barcelona and Real Madrid specifically. So whilst initially it may look like it's too easy, or, you know, we're winning too many games, it's a case of we have to win this many games if we're to challenge for the title, because the AI are going to win this many games with Real and Barcelona. So it's not necessarily too easy. This just is the way that things are in Spain. But for the time being, we're very happy with our start to the season, and it can, of course, all change. Invariably will do, especially when we get to the latter stages of the season and our squad depth perhaps shows its weaknesses. I can't quite feed Kasper Dolberg in there for another chance. It's still 2-0 with 15 minutes to go, and Getafe just haven't had that final ball today. Nicely played out wide, and there's plenty of space here for Rica. Teo Hernandez trying to get out towards him. He's had a torrid game at left back, Rica. Oh, Aaron Barry's done really well. But the eventual shot is poor. Finally, they make their way past my defensive line, but they're unable to really cause Jan Oblak too much of a problem. And at 93 rated, it is going to have to be a very problematic shot that's going to find its way past Jan Oblak, because he's only made one mistake so far this season, and I don't recall it actually costing me a goal when it did make it. Oh, Correa couldn't quite commit to getting on the end of that cross, distracted by the man in front of him. I know there will be some comments of people saying that they feel that this season is too easy at Atleti, but rest assured, when Next Gen comes out, we will be starting a longer-term, lower league RTG that certainly will be a lot more difficult, even with, I mean, I'm on Ultimate, I'm using my regular sliders that you guys are used to seeing me use on the channel. 39 shot error, 15 pass error, this is all for the AI, plus 10 for the goalkeeper ability to 60, line heights 35, and first touch control error is 35 as well. So it is as difficult as we've ever made a series. We just are that much better than everybody else that we're playing against at the moment. And when we have played a team that match us for quality, Real Madrid, we didn't find it easy at all. And actually, I got kind of dominated in that game. So I hear those of you that are slightly frustrated at how straightforward this season's been to this point. But we have only faced Real Madrid of the big two so far. We haven't played Sevilla yet. We're about to play Valencia. We haven't played Barcelona yet. Bilbao wasn't straightforward. Villarreal wasn't straightforward. So it is more difficult in the games you would imagine it's going to be more difficult. But it has been a little bit easy in some of the games that, I mean, in theory, should be the easy ones. More so in La Liga than they are in the Premier League. So I hear you. But don't worry, the next save after this, which will be coming very soon, of course, with Next Gen FIFA being available early December. It will be a lower league RTG style series. Exactly what RTG style series, I'm not sure yet. I'm waiting for your feedback on the last episode before I make a definitive decision. But I have a couple of ideas in mind, and it will be a longer term series, one that you guys are, the style of series you guys enjoy. Loved the Leeds series last year. You guys always enjoy the RTG with Cambridge United. So it'll be something like that, and it's on its way. We're just waiting for next gen FIFA to be available, so we're going to have some fun in the meantime and try and win as many trophies as possible in the remainder of this particular save and on this particular console. We're going to be switching to Xbox for next gen on Xbox Series X, so really looking forward to that. But for now, let's go and play Porto. We've won our first 2 Champions League games of the season. Let's go make that 3 from 3 if we can and make ourselves look comfortable for getting through the knockout stages at least. The board want the treble, so I've got to perform this well. Porto are going to be playing a 4-4-2 as well. Hamdallah and Luis up top. Nakajima, Lamina, Ferreira and Barrow. Yanko and Bemba, Lete and Arzamendia with Marquesan in goal. It's a stronger lineup than Getafe's, but again, with a 4-4-2 matched against our 4-4-2, I am pretty confident of being able to get the victory here. It would put us on 9 points at the top of the Champions League group. And with the way that the other results have gone in the group stage, it would leave us needing probably only just 1 point from the remaining 3 Champions League games to ensure that we perhaps even just top the group, let alone progress. But as I say, the board want the treble from us, or they want the league and the cup, and then they want me to reach at least the final of the Champions League. And let's be honest, if you're going to reach the final of the Champions League, you might as well, or you would want to, win it too. No, it's not a pen. I'm sorry. Ref, come on, man. I know in Europe referees are less lenient than they are in domestic competitions, but that is absolutely not a penalty. I've turned inside. The ball's hit him. He's won the ball, then knocked it away, and Correa's quite simply just run into him. I'll take the pen, and Joao Felix will have the opportunity to give us an early 1-0 lead. It'll be yet another goal for him in what is potentially going to be a record-setting season for Joao Felix. Certainly will be his biggest goal-scoring season of his entire career thus far. But we lead early doors against Porto, but boos echo around the ground. And no real surprise, because that really wasn't a penalty. Yanko into Ferreira. Nice ball looking for Barrow, who's nodded it back. Thankfully, Ferran Torres is reading that well. He's been extremely good, Ferran Torres. I'll be honest, I didn't expect him to have grown that well by this point in a career mode. When you guys suggested Ferran Torres, I really wasn't sure if that was the right play. But you guys have clearly been using Ferran Torres this year, and you know your stuff when it comes to career mode, so I trusted you enough to go for him. And it turns out you were absolutely spot on. He's been a wonderful player for me on the right-hand side. Perhaps not got that many goals yet, but there's still plenty of time for him to improve his goal-scoring capabilities, and Llorente could actually look for him here. I think he was offside, actually. That was me trying to force it to Ferran Torres. Although if I'd have shot with Llorente, they probably would have been blocked anyway. Still 1-0 after 20 minutes. Sorry, Ferran. You'll have to try again. Joao Felix. Kasper Dolberg. Support arriving from Rodri. And then here's Teo Hernandez forward from right back into Correa. Lift it, looking for Felix. Keeper's not calm. Oh! Millimetres away from a second for the Portuguese. So, well, I say the Portuguese, we're actually playing a Portuguese team. For the Portuguese striker. Come on, lift that. Kasper's in. Go for a banger. Oof, struck very well, but Marchesant with a relatively good save. Was at an easy height for him. Mukele heads that towards goal. Well, that's a bit of a camera save. You could have just stood there and caught it, mate. You don't need to throw yourself at it like that. Porto looking to flick and build on from their back line. They've gone a little bit route one with that and then kind of waited for the support, actually. That's a good ball. And Barrow is in here. Can he find a teammate? He does have options in the middle. He's going to need support from behind, though, and it's not coming. He's turned me well. Oh, it's a disgustingly good cross in. It's flicked away, but Yanko gets that first. Lamina, Vitinha, he's dropped the shoulder well. He finds a teammate. Oblak makes a comfortable save from an angle that always favoured the goalkeeper, really. Well worked. Good run from the striker, but Luis not getting the purchase on the ball that he would have wanted. Barrow with the corner, though. And it's a decent delivery, and it's well won by Zé Luis again. But for a second time, straight at Jan Oblak. Running around out of position here. Joao Felix has Kasper Dolberg there in a bit of space. Defender's gotten back to me, though. Janko lifted forward to Hamdallah. Rodri trying to chase the ball around, but Nakajima has it here. So nice little back heel to Azumendia. And here's Hamdallah again. Zé Luis making the runs off him. Hamdallah has options. Oh, it's well worked. It's really well worked, actually. But Oblak comfortably positioned well enough to just gather it in. That was one of the best moves that we've seen an AI team put together so far this season there. But when you have the shot, you've got to be accurate with it. Oh, come on. You can't be that bad, lads. You can't be that bad if you want to get a win or even a draw out of us. They've had a big let-off there, Porto. That could quite easily have been 2-0 and a gift. But their shot was straight. Their shot was straight at Oblak, and their pass was straight at my striker. I just unfortunately couldn't make the most of it. They seem to like playing the passes or the shots straight at Atleti players, evidently. Vitinha to Zé Luis. Back to Vitinha. They're in here. Can he shoot? He's perhaps done too much. No, he does get the shot away, and Oblak again with the save. 93 rated. That's the thing. The AI is struggling to break my defensive play down, and when they do get past me, they've got a 93 rated Jan Oblak in the way. It's going to be difficult enough to score against that, even if there were 7 higher difficulty settings. Away, please. Well cleared. 20 to go. Still 1-0. Into Hamadala. Bakayev again. Strike. It's gone through Oblak. Oh. Porto, in this second half, just suddenly turned up. I don't know where it's come from, because they haven't been this good at all in the first 45, but suddenly out of nowhere, they're making it very difficult to deal with them defensively. There's a bit of space for Marcos Llorente there, and just a little poke around the corner. Could find Renan Lodi. But the defender gets back to it and try and put the keeper under pressure. I've got some changes in the offing, making all 3, I think. We're going to bring the young regen striker on up top. Yannick Ferreira Carrasco's coming on out wide. And Manuel Akanji's coming on for Teo Hernandez. He's then moving to centre-back. And Mukiele is going to move to the right-hand side of the defence. Tepellini has come on, as I say, for Kasper Dolberg up top. Carrasco turning here. Will still look for Joao Felix. Trying to drop the shoulder on the defender. He's found Tepellini, who's in a good position. Shot well blocked, but he'll recover possession. Mukiele, Joao Felix. Spins well. There you go. That's game. Fired home, and another for Joao Felix. It was an early penalty that wasn't really a penalty, but this one was well worked. Good footwork. It's his quick feet. That change of direction was so fast, and a deadly finish on the end of it too. We will continue our 100% record in the Champions League, but this second half has not been straightforward. Bakayev. Oh, that's a nice ball into Barrow, who's onside here. Romario Barrow from right back. Runs straight into Jose Maria Jimenez. Oh, I couldn't get that out of Rodri's feet, though. And Mario Lemina finds Zé Luis. And Lemina's in again. Just as well we got that second. That was poor from me at the back, to be fair. I should have gotten rid of that. I tried to just... I was in the process of playing the pass. Wait, it's a nice one, too, as well. I was in the process of playing the pass with Rodri. Couldn't get it away before I got closed down. Lemina, I think it was, that won the ball back, actually. Then finishes the move as well. And it's just well, so I feel he's got that second. Just a lapse in concentration at the back for me, thinking that the game was done and dusted. Porto making me realise that we just cannot get complacent at any moment, especially if I'm only going to have a 1-goal advantage in some situations. Thankfully, we had a 2-goal lead there, so it didn't cost us. And it's not the first time that's happened to me, is it? Where we've had a 2-goal advantage and had someone pull a goal back against us. Everton winning 3-1 there against CSKA Moscow. I'm intrigued, actually, to see what Everton have done with their squad. So we have a quick look. Let's have a look at the... well, I could have looked there at the UEFA Super Cup. So, they haven't signed any goalkeepers. They have signed Odsonne Edouard. Who else are we seeing here that's new? Saul, obviously. Nobody else looks that new, actually. They've only made a couple of signings. Now, that's it. Just the 2. Just Saul and Odsonne Edouard. That's the only difference for Everton in their squad. So they did make some changes with players going out. Obviously losing Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Dennis Zakaria. But they have replaced those 2 players. I wonder how they're getting on in the league as well. I am very curious to know if the AI can be as good with them as they were with me. And they are 6th. After 9 games, but only 3 points off top. So it's still very close at the top of the table, and West Ham are having a hell of a season. Frustrating that you can't see the stats from the Premier League to see what's properly going on, but such is the way with FIFA, unfortunately. Right, Atletico versus Valencia. Now, this one really should be a bit of a challenge. I am going to have to rotate the side a little bit because not everyone is going to be fully fit. Kasparov could probably start, actually. Correa will take out for Carrasco. Yeah, that'll be it. Actually, let's take Jimenez out for Canate. Do I start Cobber? I might start. Do I give you a game? 5-star skills, 3-star weak for now, 4-star. Oh, he's got 5-star weak for now, Cepelini. Yeah, Cepelini can start ahead of Kasper Dolberg then. Right, cracking on. Valencia next. Koretsky in goal for Valencia. He's a new signing for them this season. Lato, Matip, Diaz, and Buta. We looked at signing Diaz this season, didn't we? Guedes, Harit, Fekir, and Melendo in their midfield 4 with Tammy Abraham and Joel Linton, who I'm not scared of, up top. A lot of 4-4-2s in La Liga this season. I didn't expect to see that. I thought there'd be a lot of 4-3-3s or 4-2-3-1s. I wouldn't have said 4-4-2 was really a very Spanish way to play, would you? We'll wait and see what Valencia do here away from home. Ball pumped forward. Flicked on by Joel Linton. Here's Melendo. Back there to Nabil Fekir. Forward to Buta. Here's Melendo again. Real Madrid have just taken the lead against Bilbao, meaning that if we don't win here, and that result stays as it is, the gap at the top of the table will lessen. As Real have been winning every game so far today, as have Barcelona behind them too, as far as I can remember. Tammy Abraham looking to get on the end of the corner, but it's well punched by Oblak. Nabil Fekir, strongly left-footed Nabil Fekir, so trying to show him onto his right, which he does eventually shoot with, thankfully. It's well blocked by the defender. Right, Carrasco. Cepelini's looking about making a run, but decides against it. Here's Marcos Llorente looking long for Renan Lodi, but I've overhit that, haven't I? Valencia have had the better of the opening 15 minutes. Rodri through the gap to Felix. Oh, they've backed off a little bit. Oh! And that was destined for the top corner if it weren't for Koretsky's interception. Or intervention. Good effort. I thought it might have been blocked, but I tried to get a shot off early before Ruben Diaz could get to me, and it's well stopped by the keeper. Carrasco delivers the whip, and the keeper is going to come for this. We've scored a handful of goals from corners with Joao Felix getting on the end of them this season. Here's Marcos Llorente out at his feet looking to... Oh! Score a worldie! And he's done it! A couple of times, he's had wonderful finesse shots that have either just gone narrowly over or been very well saved. This one, pinpoint perfection. Koretsky can only shrug his shoulders. That's kind of a, what can I do about that? There's nothing you can do about that. That is a Coutinho-esque special from Marcos Llorente. Whipping it into the far top corner. Great angle for it too. Bending it high and long. Well over the keeper. And no wonder everybody was so thrilled. That's a stunning goal to set us up for hopefully a good victory. Got a corner here after 25 minutes or so. Again, Joao Felix the target. Again, Koretsky comes to punch. Cepelini's going to have to get rid of that early doors. Canate to Joao Felix. He's away from the defender. I couldn't get the shot away, though. Just set that up for Llorente to look for a second for him. Let's flash past the post. How far wide was that? Had a lot of the goal to aim at there, and he tried to just put his laces through it and rifle it into that corner. It wasn't far wide, but not accurate enough on this occasion. Rodri thought about getting forward there and has done so. Oh, it's a lovely ball into Cepelini. No, nearly, so nearly his first goal for the club. So very nearly. You don't need to know what his strong foot is either because he's got that 5-star weak foot now that we've trained it. I could give it a crack from distances. Comfortably blocked by Gonçalo Guedes. Mukiele down the line to Carrasco though. Can we whip it in looking for the man at the back post? Joao Felix was more concerned with running away from me, I think, than he was actually getting on the end of that cross. I'd love to get Cepelini a goal. Madrid take a 2-0 lead against Bilbao. Rodrigo again, I think it was he that scored the first goal too. So they're not letting up any steam. And this is what I mean. If we're to challenge at the top of the table this year, we have to win as many games as we are winning because Real and Barcelona aren't going to let up. They're not going to stop scoring and winning themselves. So I need to ensure that I keep up with them. At the minute, we're the pace setters, but all it takes is a couple of games that don't go according to plan, and you can go from 4 points ahead to 2 points behind in the blink of an eye. And Joel Linton, oh, lovely block by Lodi and then by Oblak. How have we not conceded there? I mean, Harit can't get there ahead of Renan Lodi. Wow. 1-0 up at half-time, but jeeps. We've done well to keep ourselves in it there. Melendo. Back there to Buta. Fekir nods that down to Melendo again. Could cross is what I was going to say, and I thought he was about to. Here's Buta forward from right back again. Keeps the ball away from me well. Fekir to Amin Harit. Nice ball into Tammy Abraham, who finds Joe Linton. It had to be him, didn't it? The man that I was like, oh, I'm not scared of him. He's not scared of me either, evidently. His third goal of the La Liga season, and Valencia have equalised. Forward to Ferran Torres. They're talking about, oh, it's a third goal for us. They mentioned in the Bilbao match, so I thought for a moment it meant that Bilbao had scored. Oh, the keeper was rather confident that was going wide. I wasn't sure whether that was going to sneak in the far post, actually. They just kept backing off Ferran Torres. And after Marcos Llorente scored that goal in the first half, I wasn't too sure whether we were about to replicate it there. That's a decent ball out wide. They've taken Tammy Abraham off now and brought on a man whose name I didn't recognise at first glance. Cepelini's turning well. And, it was meant for Carrasco, annoyingly. Guedes finds Amin Harit, and they'll try and push forward and look to get themselves in front. Valencia, we are yet... Oh, that's poor. We're yet to lose a game in La Liga. Joe Linton's off now as well, so 2 changes up top for them. Who's come on in his place? Bril Donald Imbolo. He's another new signing for Valencia this season. Signed in the summer, as well as Kradetsky. And they made another signing as well. I can't quite recall off the top of my head who it was. Oh, Joao Felix could play Marcos Llorente, and this has to be, but isn't, 2-1. Kradetsky, worthy of that fee, whatever it was that they paid at this rate. I tried to ghost in between the 2 players there because I envisaged a pass. You kind of look a little bit silly when you do that, because you predict the pass more so than the man actually keeping hold of the ball. So it looks like you've just run away. When I'm not just running away, it's not just me being terrible in defence. That's me trying to anticipate them passing it. Oh, Kradetsky again with a good save. Anticipating the pass, and the pass just not coming. Because if they do pass it, then it's a simple interception, and most of the time they do go for that pass. So Felix can't quite get to that. Cepelini knocks it down to Ibrahima Konate, whose shot almost certainly destined to go a long way wide there. Renan Lodi has options through that gap. There is Cepelini, and Joao Felix is there. Can he get it out of his feet and find a teammate? And block shots and shots saved left, right, and centre. We've created more against Valencia here than we have done in the previous 2 games combined. It feels like Ferran Torres trying to get him a goal. He's just got to keep the ball in play at the moment. Joao Felix. Llorente, do it this time. No, I think it was even Ruben Diaz that got in the way there. That might well have actually beaten the goalkeeper, and it was the defender behind him that gave the block on the shot. Cepelini. Come on, Marcos. I can't get a second goal, can I? Jesus Christ, Valencia on the back foot and hanging on here. Really hanging on. I'm going to make a change. I'm going to take Cepelini off and bring Emeka Achanga on. Koke can come on for Llorente, and Rodri can come off for Naby Keita. And actually, I'll swap them round because Koke's better defensively than Naby Keita. Right, 3 central changes. They do only have 7 minutes to make the impact, but hopefully they can make that impact. Played in towards Achanga, but I can't get it to him. Oh, Koke lunged for that and missed it. It looks like it's going to be a 1-1 draw here against Valencia, but only because of the heroics of the goalkeeper. If they somehow end up winning this game, I'll be livid. Oh, and they might well do so. If it weren't for Jan Oblak. No, I can't change player quickly enough. They are going to win it. Unbelievable. All of the chances at the other end. Oblak makes the save. I couldn't switch to Renan Lodi on the line quick enough to be able to get in the way of the next shot. Briton in the bowler hits it early. Renan Lodi's pointing to the defender to close that down, and he does try to do that. I couldn't switch to Lodi. Would he have gotten there if Nah, I wouldn't have gotten close enough to it anyway. I can't believe that we're going to lose our first game of the season in an episode where I'm talking about the game being too fucking easy at times. And on the back of having all of those chances. That's a poor pass from Naby Keita. We definitely are going to lose this game. Unbelievable. Man of the match, Kradetsky. Absolutely, easily the candidate for man of the match. Embolo could even set them up for a third here. He's in again. Lodi can't get it. Oblak with one save. And Guedes, stop it! Jesus, what, we could have lost by 3-1. Oblak doing his best Kradetsky impression. Get rid. Fekir's headers on, well, actually off target. Right, okay. Well, there's our first defeat in the league. So the gap at the top is going to drop. 12 shots, 8 on target. Half of them probably came in that last highlight, to be fair. 3-0, Real Madrid win in the end away from home at the San Mamés. Balls. To be fair, I did say the games against the lower sides were too easy. Or relatively easy. They probably are too easy, to be fair. But I don't know what else I can do. I'm on Ultimate with more difficult sliders. And the real threat was from teams that we haven't played yet, like Sevilla, Barcelona, Valencia and Real Madrid. Madrid we've drawn with, Valencia we've lost to. We've got 2 games coming up that we're going to simulate. Koke's actually asking for more football here. Teo Hernandez is happy, as is Angel Correa, but Koke wants more games. I'll tell him that he's certainly in the squad. He is one of the fan favourites at Atletico Madrid, isn't he? And he's been there for a number of years now. But maybe I start him here against Levante just to give him that game that he's craving. Take him out for, or take Rodri out for him and throw him into that. He's actually got enough of a boost there to be a 91 rated player. We should be a pretty straightforward victory against Levante. It's not, it's a draw. Ferreira after 8 minutes, while Felix after 9, and then nothing else. And Rodri ended up coming on for Koke in that game. Right, we're still top because Real Madrid have also drawn, so a bit of a let-off there. A real let-off. That we've drawn there against Levante, and it hasn't cost us top spot. Progress assessment from the board. Looks like we're unlikely to meet the brand expectation. Keep a streak of 5 clean sheets in away matches this season. Well, we're on 3 of 5. I've got more time to do that, board. Calm down. Right. This one, certainly at home against a side like Eibar, should be a pretty straightforward victory and a big win. It's only one with a Teo Hernandez goal in the last minute. Victory's victory, I guess. And Real Madrid, it's 0-0 after 0 minutes. They haven't completed that game yet. Is it going to end as a draw? Does our lead at the top of the table extend? We've got Porto again in the Champions League. Coming up next, we've got Barcelona in the month of November. And yes, Real Madrid did draw that game. So we are now 3 points clear of Real Madrid, Sociedad and Celta Vigo at the same time. 4 points clear of Barcelona and Villarreal and 5 points clear of Sevilla. But it's not a massive runaway lead as we hoped we might get. Or we thought we might get. 3 points the gap. Real Madrid still unbeaten, but drawing far too many games. And that's the reason why they're not top, probably. Okay, well, who do we have tomorrow then? I know we've got Barcelona at some point. We had Sevilla as well, didn't we? Porto, Sevilla, Barcelona, Midtjylland and Osasuna. So again, we'll play the first 3, sim the next 2. We're still waiting for the Copa del Rey to come into effect for us. But obviously with minimal leagues in Spain, it's not a competition that has the full list or full round of fixtures. So we'll wait and see when we get drawn in that and who we get against. Or drawn against, but for the time being, tomorrow looks like it's Porto, Sevilla, Barca, and then we'll see where we are in the league after those 2 simulated games at the end of that episode as well. But for now, that's all for this one. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to have the next episode on PlayStation 5. I'm going to go and set it up after I've finished editing this video. So do drop the video a like if you've enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more. I have got I'll mention this at the beginning of the next episode as well, and I mentioned it yesterday about next-gen series ideas. I did put a vote out on Twitter. And to be fair, probably by the time you see this, that vote is finished. So maybe I'll do a follow-up vote this weekend, or a secondary vote, and link it. Maybe I'll do a straw poll, and I'll link it in the description rather than a Twitter vote. I'll do a straw poll, and I'll leave it in the description of the next video about future series for next-gen. Shut up, Ches. Go away. Thank you very much for watching, boys. I'll see you tomorrow.